So you said you have a list of game modes to do in training rooms?
Yeah. Yep. I got a bunch of different things.
Who's that? Who's echoing? Go echo, 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 echo.
What?
There was an echo there for a second.
Oh, it shouldn't be.
There was. So well, I'm ready whenever demo is.
Yeah, I'm just setting it up right now.
I'm ready here.
Copy that, bro. Your fucking PewDiePie thing is just hilarious. Jesus. Oh,
Do we move to the podcast channel?
what's that?
Do we move to the podcast VC?
Oh shit, yeah, yeah. Yep. Sorry, I must have clicked the wrong one. Yeah, go ahead, let's join that. Alright, I'm gonna do my intro and then I'll unmute. Hey guys, I'm Angel Rambo Jr. Thank you so much for joining the Painful Podcast. I apologize for that 2 minutes of just sitting there trying to get things started. Still trying to get my rhythm in how to get this going without any interruptions. But today on our list of things to do, we're gonna be talking about um, kind of like what I guess we're gonna introduce my guests, by the way, White Wolf and Demo Impact. We're gonna be ranking legendary tier ships, talking fleet battles and strategies. I know that fleet battles is done now, so we can have a review on it. And then at the end of it, we're gonna be playing some breakfast bingo, which I'll explain rules of that game once that game pops up. So, give me 1 second here. I don't know where my screen went. It disappeared. Alrighty. So, White Wolf, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yo, I'm White Wolf 1293. I'm the leader of Payne's Armada. Been playing this game since halfway through the Atlantic campaign. Um, I am a battleship main at heart, but I can play almost any class. Fuck carriers though. Um, by day, I'm a professional vampire, which fuels Wargaming's pockets where I can buy crates and more bullcrap from the game. Yeah, like that's about it.
Explain to people what a professional vampire does.
So I'm from Arkansas, and I work for the Arkansas Blood Institute. So I'm the person that goes to blood drives and draws blood from people in blood donations. So I'm really good with the needle, so don't piss me off because I know where to hit you and where you won't stop bleeding. So
All right, that's enough of him. All right, Demo, go ahead and introduce yourself.
And on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, I'm Demo Impact. I'm Mexican, 20 years old, construction worker, and professional carrier player. Been playing this game since beta, but I wasn't accepted in the beta, so I got an invitation to it, but didn't play. So I played since release. Pretty good at it. And unlike Wolf, pretty good in carriers, but I suck in battleships. But yeah, I make a lot of money. I give it to Wargaming
Yeah.
for crates.
So first thing on our list here to kind of get through here is we're gonna be talking ranking legendary tier ships. So let's see if I can get that website up again. One second. Tier maker, yep, there it is. Make a template. LT ships. All right, so let me go ahead and go to their ship website. And then I'll have you guys just list off all the legendary tiers and I'll get a snippet of the JPEG of it. Oh shit. Or where is their website? Come on, man. This one? Oh, there it is. Okay, so why don't we go with DDs first, like gearing, I guess. The first one I could think of.
Gearing, Shima,
Yeah.
Daring, Colbert.
Where's that Wikipedia site that I was on?
So unprofessional.
I don't know what that one is. I had it saved. It just keeps bringing me to the stupid WoW's website. But they had like a Wikipedia one that I was like, they had really good pictures. Oh, here it is. Got him.
Is this tier list off of standard or comp?
I guess standard really.
Yeah, alright. We want to give them our competitive secrets. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, no, yeah.
Now that we have many.
And our worst tier is legendary tier.
No, factual information.
All right. Pictures. Nope. All right. So. Boom. Boom. Fuck. No. Oh, there we go. All right, so you got Gearing, Daring,
Shima,
Ukazi, Kaba,
Holland,
Holland,
Colbert.
Bear.
You already said Cabba, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all of them.
Okay.
Are we including Zhao in this list?
I have no idea.
Probably not.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way we're gonna get it in time. No.
Okay. I guess that's it for DDs. What about cruisers? We got Worcester.
Alaska, Des Moines.
Yep. Oops. Crap. Wrong picture. Okay.
Yoshino.
Yep.
Minnow.
Minotaur. Yeah, Minnow. Colbert.
Henry.
Can't forget about the Henry.
Solomon.
Ohio. Yep. That one. Stalingrad?
Yeah, in Napoli.
Yeah, Napoli's on there already.
Completely forgot about Napoli.
How fucking dare you? Okay. Is that it for cruisers? French?
Yes.
Is there a French one?
Colbert and Henry.
Oh yeah, there you go, Colbert. The one I forgot. Okay. All right. So Holland. There. And then battleships, obviously Yamato.
Montana.
Montana, Kerr first.
Conqueror.
Where are you? There you are. Conqueror.
Schlieffen.
Yeah, I forgot about him. All right, I got GK on there.
Burgoyne.
Okay, got it.
And Colombo. And if you want to include Ohio, you can.
Okay. And oh, it's carriers. You want to put carriers on there or just?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
they're two different. Yeah,
They're
that's
both
crazy.
they're both F tier. They're shit.
I feel like we should
In
just
that
do
case,
the.
put all the battleships in F tier. They're all shit.
Okay. Let's go ahead.
And just to clarify, this is off a standard, right? Not
Yeah,
competitive.
standard.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So let's off with gearing then.
Good all rounder, decent guns, great torp range.
I want to
I'd
put it at A tier.
say, yeah, I was gonna say A. It's not enough to put it into S.
Yeah,
I would have put it in the B tier, but that's myself.
that's because you're trash. When I ask about a battleship, then you can put your opinion.
So the only reason why I say that about gearing is because of its model. If it had its model from PC, A or S tier. But it's so damn big and bulky, it gets fucked in a DD fight.
That's fair. I leave it at A. Just, I mean, gun reload, DPM, and torpedoes are. Yeah, I mean they're fast. They're long range.
I mean,
Better
yeah, they're
range
great
people.
zoners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For now, let's put it into A, and then the further we go on to this the list, we'll modify.
Yeah.
But A is a good spot for now.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Shimakaze.
For randoms,
Mm-hmm.
good torpedo. There's a shit ton of radar though at legendary.
Yeah.
There's a ton.
I put it
And
at A.
then-
It got nerfed, didn't it?
I put it at
It
A.
is a tiny nerf though. Tiny nerf.
I put it at A because just like the argument we have with Fletcher is that it does one job really, really well, the same can be said for Shima. It does the torp DD role the best ever. 15 torps that can two-shot a battleship at this tier. I mean, I'd put it at A.
Definitely not S though. Definitely not S. Great concealment. It's actually pretty fast for a torpedo boat. But I think the only problem I have with Shima is the guns. Don't hit as hard as you go,
that's
for
a-
example.
Well, the issue is like they hit hard, but like once every minute.
Yeah, like
They're
every
s-
3
yeah.
blood moons.
Yeah,
fire.
they're so slow compared to the other DDs in the tier.
I guess there is a reason Shima got nerfed.
Yeah,
'Cause all the potatoes just don't know how to counter it.
yeah,
Ace fine. Again, those two were some of the first destroyers in
Mhm.
the game, so at legendary.
yep.
So it's actually impressive that they held a pretty strong position in the meta for so long.
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
Kaba's
let's
next.
get to it in.
Kabaros is next.
Mm-hmm.
Harder ship to play, 100%.
It's a baby cruiser.
A?
It really does depend
On skill.
on on skill. Yeah, the commander makes
Skill.
a huge difference.
I'd put her at B.
Oh, it's such a good gunboat though.
Really? B?
It
Did I
is
say A?
such a good gunboat, man.
It's tanky as fuck, dude.
We're gonna populate A though.
Well, would you put Kaba below Shima?
I mean, those three serve different purposes, so
Yeah.
I say let's move gearing to B and then put Kaba in A.
Okay. That's fair. I can live with that. Kaba's definitely, in my
I'm
opinion,
not a
better.
destroyer player.
Kaba's amazing.
Well, why don't we jump over to a battleship then, you motherfucker.
Cool.
Let's go with. Oh, did we forget Montana?
No, you didn't bring Montana.
Oh no, it's on there. Okay. So let's start off with Monty.
Montana. Okay. So currently she is the heaviest broadside in the game, I believe, still. She does get punished really easily if you give any kind of broad to get those guns off. I'm looking at her right now. She has decent speed. Her AA is decent. With 86,000 hit points. I would put her... I put her in a...
It's a very average battleship. Nothing insane about her, other than like maybe the accuracy with the accuracy mod.
It's her consistency that makes her amazing. I would probably put her at B tier.
Yep, agreed.
I put her at B. I put her at B, but she can very easily be one of the best battleships, depending on matchmaking.
Yeah.
If it's a cruiser heavy game, Montana will decimate.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay. So, go to Yamato.
Yamato. So, with Yama, the overmatch is amazing on Yamato. But her biggest weakness is her heals. She only has 2 of them, and they suck.
They do suck.
They're horrible.
Yeah.
I am going to cause a lot of controversy when I say this.
If you say C tier, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
No, it's not C tier. I'm going to put her at B tier.
Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
I'm put her at B tier. The overmatch is amazing. If she got the heal, like one more heal, it would make it just a little bit better of a heal. They also nerfed Yama, her dispersion. If she had her old dispersion, she would be an A tier, but she's a B right now for me.
Definitely something Wargaming needs to fix is the Kurfürst and Yamato only having 2 heals. I feel like that's a thing of the past because they used to fight tier 7s. So they've got to give them 3 heals base.
That's a good point.
But I think Kurfürst has to rely on Celiax for the 4th heal, which is blatantly pay to win.
So. We'll get to Kurfürst. I have some strong opinions about Kurfürst, but we'll get to her here when we get to her.
So we got the Americans. Well, I mean, we're gonna have to talk about the Kurfürst now, because It was American, Japanese, and now German. So,
German?
hmm
What's the lowest tier you got? D tier?
yeah.
Put her at D.
Put her at D.
Yes.
Kurfürst?
Yes.
I guess
I'm
she
gonna
did
throw a
get.
curveball there and say every time I play Curse, the guns feel amazing. Every time I play it, right? I'm averaging like 130,000 damage in that thing. And personally, for me, I feel like Curse is more consistent than Montana. 100%, just a wild accusation. But my Curse is magical. But I do agree that the turret angles are awful,
Hmm.
and
She's
only having two kills is kind of crazy.
it's like moving. They want us to play Kerpers as a brawler, but her rudder shift is terrible.
hmm
She's the size of a continent, and her sonar only lasts for like here. I'll look at it right now. It's not very long. At 60 seconds. The gun
That's
angles are
horrible.
shit. The now the only saving grace of Kerfurst is her HP pool, but the where Kerfurst shines is she needs to be played at long range to start with and kept out of the fight and use her gun range to keep the HP alive. But when you get into between that middle and late game, you push her in with that much HP, nothing can stop it. You can't melt that HP fast enough.
hmm
That's the only time, in my opinion, Kerfur shines. But the problem is that at this tier, the HE spammers of this tier have such stupid range that superstructure gets melted so fast. And to keep a curve first at 20 kilometers when there's other battleships that do it better, I think she's the worst of the tier. That's why I very strongly say D.
I absolutely agree with the worst in the tier. I don't think there's a single battleship that.
It got power crept really fast. I remember when it was just Yamato
Like
and Kurfürst,
her
it was like,
whole armor is amazing. It's fantastic. But when you had, if they would decrease the HP points off of her superstructure and put it back into the hull, it'd be unbelievable.
mhm.
But because so much HP lies in that superstructure, it gets melted too quick. But yeah, I would say D tier. You can move her to C if you like to, but that's how I feel.
I'd
Is
probably
D.
put Schlieffen, like, since we're talking about German battleships, I'd probably put that one up there. Not down at D,
I would
but I'd put them
no.
at like B.
Schlieffen's really good. Schlieffen's good. I would.
Because I was gonna put it at B tier.
You're gonna put Schlieffen at B.
hmm
Mm.
I think right alongside Montana and Yami. Just because it's such a good brawler. It's so much better than Kurfürst.
It has
I,
the correct.
Oh, what just happened? My Discord just crashed. All right, 1 second, guys. Talk about the sleeping also, and my Discord crashes. Yeah, they got booted too. What the hell? Yeah, everybody got booted from the. So yeah, I say sleeping at B tier. Wherever the hell I put it. There you are. Let's see. great secondaries. Dispersion, not that great, but I don't know, for what it's, I don't know. Maybe C tier. Maybe I'll put it in C tier. Because he's right about the HE spammers. I just don't think it'd be a D tier along with Curve First. But yeah. Give me a second here. Invite friends. What is this? Oh, dude. Discord just completely fucking shut down. Oh, boy. This ain't good. Oh, there's an outage. Oh, shit. That's not a good time for that. Anyway, I hope you guys are still with me here. But if you guys do have comments or whatever, please be sure to put them in the chat. If you guys feel like a ship needs to be higher or lower, I feel like we kind of got a pretty fair game. We have so for those of you just tuning in, we have the Gearing and Shimakaze at A. Sorry, Gearing is at B, Shimakaze at A, along with the Kaba. We have the Montana and the Yamato at B tier. We have the Schlieffen at C tier. I was going to put it at B tier, but then I realized that the dispersion on those main guns is trash. But I don't want to put it at D tier where the GK is, because I feel like the Schlieffen's better.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a Discord outage.
Cool. Gotta love it.
I just got a notification. A bunch of my other servers are down right now.
Where'd you put Sleepland at?
I put it at C tier. Right before demo cutout, he did remind me that the dispersion is fucking trash. So I was like, yeah, I guess that's true. But I wouldn't put it at D tier with GK. I feel like it's better than GK for sure.
What boat?
The Schlieffen.
Yeah, we were talking about putting it. I also were talking about putting it at A tier.
Oh, A tier?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that permanent camo is so bad though.
Well, I guess we'll meet in the middle and put it at B then. Then we'll move it according to what else we do. So Burgoyne.
Destroyers or cruisers. Now let's go to destroyers or cruisers.
Destroyers? Okay.
I want to leave those last two battleships for the end.
Okay. So Holland.
Oh,
sorry.
I love it.
Yeah, we'll go Holland daring. So Holland's fantastic.
The only problem I have with Holland is the guns, dude. They suck.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, compared to everything else, it's just like you don't win a gunfight whatsoever. Personally though, I think Småland is better. Faster torpedo load, and you get to fight tier 7 carriers, so you just shred those planes. But other than that, it's pretty good. Got some good heals.
Yeah, I say A tier.
A?
Yeah. Just, I mean, you got 90 knot torpedoes that go 15 kilometers.
Yeah,
you got 10 of them instead of 8 from the Småland. The guns, I feel, I don't know. I feel like I never noticed a difference with the guns on the Småland and the Holland for sure. But I will say that it is, I the heals are nice, but I do feel like the option of having radar on it would be even cooler because if Smallin has radar tier 8, it would be nice to
Mm-hmm.
have the option. But I think that the reason why they probably didn't do that right away is just to see how I would do. Maybe down the road they'll give it the option, but I'd rather have the radar.
Another thing is Smallin has a 30% engine boost for a minute. I like that better than the 2 minutes for 8%.
Hmm.
Smallin gets out of trouble so quickly, and it's so good at it.
Yeah.
It's so good. You rarely fight carriers at legendary tier 2, so
Yeah,
Smallin's
that's
A
a good
is
point.
much better. Despite being the exact same, you just get better matchmaking. I'd
Right.
say, personally, I'd put Holland in B. B is the average tier, right? Don't get me wrong.
Hmm.
So I think it's just the torps are nice, but for now I'd rather play Gearing or Shima. They just do more stuff. They just do more stuff.
Okay.
Plain and simple.
See you, White Wolf.
I do not have Holland, so I don't have a opinion on it.
All right. How about daring?
So this is gonna be our first
Daring?
S tier. This is our first S
Yeah,
tier.
that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say S tier as well.
No doubt.
S tier
No
has
doubt.
Daring has everything except for speed boost.
It's amazing. Amazing destroyer. NAA. But it is kind of slow, but it is just amazing at taking those caps. It can deny area. It's got the 10-kilometer torps, 10 of them. Single launch torps too. That comes in handy a lot of times. Great guns, great
6.
fire chance. I mean,
All the
just
smoke screens,
the smoke
sonar
screens. Like,
heals.
oh my god, it is just the near perfect destroyer. Near perfect. This is an S tier for sure, no doubt.
Okay. I think that's it for destroyers.
Colbert.
So, oh yeah, Kleber, yeah. There you are. Super fast. Guns that fucking slap. Torpedoes that slap. Yeah, they're short range, but I still feel like the
You can
problem is
still
people
run
use
the
it.
torp build on Kleber too.
Yeah, I think the issue that I have with Kleber is the players that actually play it. So it's not so much the ship, but they treat it like a YOLO Emilio, and it's just like, dude, you could do so much more damage if you were playing it more methodical than just running in there and torping someone and dying.
So it's also a great solo boat too. Like you can
Mm-hmm.
just jump in solo, play Kleber, and have a decent time. I think it's not quite S. Had this been like pre-nerf Kleber, this would absolutely be S.
Mm-hmm.
I
But I
would
feel
say
comfortable putting it in A.
Yeah,
I'd
I
feel
agree.
comfortable putting it in
Those
A.
guns are very, very dependable. And the speed just gets you in and out of fights so easily.
So do we want to finish up the battleships, or are we going to move to cruisers?
Whatever you want.
Let's go. Let's finish the battleships up because there are so many cruisers.
Mm-hmm.
So what's left? Conqueror, Burgoyne, Columba.
Yes. Yep. That's it.
Okay. Which one do you want to go first?
Let's go with Conky.
Conqueror.
Mm-hmm.
Solid A.
God, this is high A. High A.
Yeah,
100%.
It's high A.
This has to
fucking
be like the top
slaps,
A.
dude.
So you get access to Azuline Nelson, great heals. You get
Mhm.
DFAA, so you're basically impregnable from the air.
Mm-hmm.
Short fuse AP is just it's good. It is good.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Azuline Nelson really does just push this thing to
Yeah.
the greatness.
Yep. What would
Her
make it an
only-
S tier? The angles?
What would make it S tier is if she didn't eat so much penetration damage. She's very easy to kill. Very easy to kill.
And the right player with the right, strategy in terms of the DCP and heals. If you time that shit right, you almost immortal.
Yeah.
But it's almost like the same thing with Montana, or I'm sorry, Yamato, where you have to fucking stay at range. Because Yamato has like the larger health pool and the 2 heals, whereas the Conqueror, yeah, you got the heals, but you kind of gotta wait for the reload time a little bit. And in between that, you're kind of fucked. So a lot of times you just have to play at range, and you're getting chunked. Um, Same thing with Montana too. It's like you just get chunked all the fucking time.
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah,
good
let
to.
me throw this debate out for everybody that's here. I've thrown this debate around a lot, and I get a lot of mixed results. I have a very firm what I believe, and a lot of people disagree with me. What's better, Yamato or Conqueror in a 1v1 fight?
I feel like Conqueror would win.
It's up to RNG. If Yamato's shots don't land, it's not winning. And then if Conqueror doesn't start fires,
Yeah.
that's
But
an
that's the
RNG
thing.
fight.
That's the thing about Conqueror, though, is that you don't need especially having Nelson.
Yeah,
You
you got
don't
the
need the
damage.
fires. You're popping Yamatos for 20k a pop with them salvos with Agile Nelson, and you have the heals to back up your stuff.
I think
You,
okay, so I will say bow on, I think Yamato wins. But if you have that Conqueror like angled away, being able to use those guns, like all those guns, I don't know, man. I think the Conqueror
I'll
would
word
win
it
that.
like this: you have the best Yamato. You have the best battleship player playing against themselves. One of them's in a Conqueror, one's in a Yamato. Who wins?
I like I said, I still feel like
I
Conqueror's gonna win because you got the heals and you got
Conqueror's gonna
the
win.
yeah.
Yeah,
Cause I
there's a
mean,
lot of people.
Yamato doesn't have a commander with extra heals.
Nope.
That's just that you're locked in at what, 2?
Yeah,
Unless you're
that's it.
using a brawler commander, which you're locked in at 4.
Yeah. But your dispersion takes a hit already, so
Yeah, Conqueror's just more consistent.
yep, yep. And they have about the same reload, don't they? I think Yamato might have a little bit less of a reload.
Let's look.
I think Yamato's like
Kong's
what,
sitting at
22, 24?
27,
Okay, yeah.
and they're both the same 27 for me.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I would say A tier. I'm just curious what everybody's opinion is on that. I love throwing that argument out.
Yeah,
And seeing
it's a
what
great
people say.
argument. It's a great debate. Because you can talk about like, okay, well, let's put those same 2 ships on different maps, you know. It's like who's gonna come up top, and I think if you just I always say 1v1s should be pictured on ocean, except for the fact that there's certain ships that are just better over an island. So they're like literally made to shoot over an island, made to shoot from cover. Um, so I feel like if you take the best battleship player as a Conqueror and I think the Conqueror would win. I mean, you just have more advantages. You have the heal advantages. I think you definitely have the DPM advantage.
Mhm.
You know, it's and having the better commander, like you just have all the and like yeah, Yamato has bigger guns, but that ain't gonna be worth shit if you can only shoot the front 6, and you can only rely on that AP. Hopefully, it doesn't ricochet. Whereas HE shells, yeah, okay, they might shatter, whatever, not ignite, but you're gonna get that impact damage from the Conqueror versus the Yamato if you just stick with HE. And that's the other thing too, is like if are they both using HE or are they both using AP? You know what I mean? Obviously the Yamato player is going to be using AP, hopefully, unless you're somebody. And then the Conqueror is going to be using HE. They're going to be using their best weapons against each other. So I think in that situation, for sure, no matter how you cut it, I think the Conqueror would win. Colombo.
Now let's go Burgoyne
So,
first.
so
Burgoyne.
okay,
Oh, go ahead.
Burgoyne?
Yeah, go ahead. Demo, you gonna say something?
No, I was gonna talk about Colombo.
Oh, okay.
Let's go Burgoyne first.
Okay.
Burgoyne is, in my opinion, an A tier. In
What
standard.
battleships are in B? Battleships are in B.
Well, now we have
Montana.
Yamato, Montana, Schlieffen.
personally, for me, I know I'm not a Battleship player, but Burgoyne isn't as consistent, nowhere near, as even Schlieffen for me. So I'm gonna be crazy biased here and go B. It is, again, remember B is our average tier.
Mm-hmm.
So
So let me before you submit that, let me give you two things that, and the only two things I need to tell you is an argument to move it to A. Number one, it has reload boosters. And number two, Azure Lane Dunkirk.
that is a great argument.
C tier.
Yeah, D tier. Yeah, D tier.
And it
Great
has the speed
opinion.
boost to get around. Yeah.
Now, I don't have her, but what is her dispersion like? Is it one of those JB kind of dispersions where like 2 out of every 10 salvos are very good, and then the rest of them are like average or trash?
Really depends on the game. I mean, I think that, so Jean Bart and Richelieu, in my opinion, Jean Bart's way more accurate. And I compare the same thing with Burgoyne slash what the hell? Oh my god, Alsace. Where Burgoyne is way more accurate and consistent than Alsace is. So I would, she's, like I said, it really just depends on the game, man. Like what RNG is going to say. Because there's some games, every shell touches every salvo, and the next is the shotgun.
But that does prove Demo's point about consistency.
True. But with frontal fire, though, with Dunkirk, you don't really need consistency if you need to sling HE. With a 36% fire chance,
Mm.
you switch shells in a second.
Does that lower your
What's this?
DPM?
No. The moment
No,
you get
if
reloaded,
anything, if you need to switch shells, it'll probably increase it.
Okay. So do you think that would basically overshadow the inconsistency in terms of like matchmaking?
Mm,
D tier.
yeah. F. New tier.
Oh, the other thing too is she has an engine boost, doesn't she?
yes.
That's got to be pretty
Oh.
helpful in the beginning.
That was something. So basically, for me, every time I'd be flanking in Burgoyne, I would always run into the problem of the glacial turret traverse. Oh my god, those turrets don't move for me, dude.
And that's
It's
weird because it's like 2 of them. It's like you would think.
just wow. I know some people that can do really well in Burgoyne. So,
I haven't met a single person that's good in Burgoyne.
Even I know you're just trying to trigger me, but it's okay.
bro lives
Like
under
I
a
said,
rock.
I know no one that.
You can.
Can we meet in the middle here and say like mid A or like low A?
That's fine. Yeah, she's not a high A like Conqueror.
No.
But I would just say A.
I don't know if I'd put her above Montana. I don't know, man. It's tough. I'm gonna do it for you because you love that ship, but I personally think B tier.
Well, the next ship that was coming up is the one that I actually love.
The S tier,
And
yeah.
the S tier. Let's just transition into it.
Yeah.
The
I'll just
S
put it up there.
tier, Unstoppable Columbo.
Yeah, S tier for sure, no doubt.
S tier 1000%.
Right now it's just crazy strong. Those ricochet angles just destroy anything and everything, man.
The ricochet angles, you have 5 heals base. You have smoke screens to get out of thing. You have SAP secondaries that you can build into if you like. I personally don't. I run a full accuracy build on Columbo. But the thing that makes Columbo, in my opinion, the top tier
360
besides
turrets.
I mean, yes, the 360 turrets are nice, all of that, but it's the Angelo Iachino's legendary skill perk, and it's Testudo.
Testudo, yeah.
If you pop that heal, you take 20% less damage. It makes this thing a tank and a half. This is my best performing. I have had more 200,000 damage games in Colombo than any other battleship in the game.
It just came out too, basically.
Hmm.
Nice.
It is nasty.
All right,
Yeah,
let me
this
wipe the
is
cum off the
undoubtedly.
screen. Demo, go ahead.
What the hell? Okay, well, this is just undoubtedly an S tier. 100%. Even Blip said, like, it's just the best battleship in the game, period, for battle impact and damage. So when it's coming from the mouth of a developer, we can fully trust it. Like, you can go around and ask anybody who has the Columbo, who has played it, and it's so strong. 16, improved ricochet angle 380s, just are gonna smack everything. It's just the pros just stack on top of each other and on top of each other. Like right, so improved ricochet angles. The back turrets are 360. Smoke screen, sap secondaries, decent range, decent accuracy. It just stacks. The only thing that Colombo doesn't do well is the 4 kilometer anti-air bubble. But then again, you rarely see legendary carriers. And if
Yeah.
that's the case, you just smoke up whenever they attack you.
Right.
So right now, it is an amazing battleship, no doubt about it. S tier.
I think that was that it for battleships.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so we'll start on the American side of things, and then we'll work our way over to the right. Let's go with Worcester.
S tier.
S. Great spammer. It's amazing.
Best AA in the game almost.
I mean, if you think about it, like best considering, you got fucking Minotaur and whatever. Like, obviously it's almost like an unfair comparison. Minotaur A is just disgusting, but Worcester is definitely for sure right up there with them. And now what's that that other ship that just came out? God damn it. The Brisbane. I mean, now those two ships are the kings for A at legendary tier.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't say, oh, this thing has the best AA in the game, because let's be honest here, for the people who are actually playing legendary carriers, almost all the ships, like 90% of the ships at legendary, have some of the best AA. Period.
That's right.
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 It's just it isn't. I'm not saying legendary tier carriers are struggling, but
No.
it's certainly harder for them to perform than, let's say, a tier 7 carrier. So
Yeah, another thing too is like if you remember when we were going against tier 7s at legendary, the Worcester was just decimating those fucking poor carrier
absolutely.
planes.
Yep.
So yeah. Has a very, very good DPM. Shoot above islands, like, it's fucking annoying. Yeah.
You get access to Beepley, Einstein if you want.
Yep. Conceal radar. Yeah.
It is annoying too. It's just
Yeah.
annoying to fight it.
She's kind of easy to blap a little bit, but I will say that if you're a very good cruiser player, we're never going to see you. It can kill destroyers in a blink of an eye, spam battleships. I mean, it can do it all. The only thing it doesn't have is torpedoes, but you don't really fucking need them, especially where you're going to be.
Insane
But
DPM.
yeah.
If you're close range, even with the AP.
Yep. Yeah, she's definitely a lot of fun, and her shots are airy, but the trajectory of those shells is actually like makes it easier to aim than most other like over the island spammers. And you shoot so fast that it almost doesn't even matter. You're gonna hit something. Let's go on to Des Moines.
For these cruisers, we've got to space it out. So, would you guys be willing to move Worcester to A and then put Des Moines in S?
I mean, you can keep the Americans at A. I mean, at S. because when we start getting to like these other ones, they're starting to start filling up the B and C tier, even A. I think the Americans all around are all S tier. But that's just myself.
I wouldn't put Alaska up there.
I would.
An
S tier? Hell
Alaska?
no. No way.
I'd say I would as well.
Really?
But let's start with the Des Moines.
Okay.
So I'd say this is S tier too. I mean, it's just so good. It is cracked. It is
Yeah,
cracked. There's a reason it
they're all
got nerfed.
good.
There's a reason it got nerfed.
Mm-hmm.
God. Okay,
HE's
so
good.
what did we
AP's
do?
good.
Yeah.
They're just
9.9
heavy.
radar.
Is that the
9.9 radar,
does that one have
access to
super heavy AP
Beepley.
or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
Shut the fuck up, Siri. Oh god, access to Beepley. Phenomenal anti-air for a heavy cruiser at this tier. Oh, great radar, 5 km sonar. If it had the 30 mil side, this would be top of the S tier.
Hmm.
But I feel like low S tier is fair.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Low S tier is fair.
Where would you rank it compared to the Worcester? Would you put it above the Worcester or below it?
It'd probably be above Worcester. Like
Okay.
Worcester is like skimming A and S. It is just right there.
Chat says they don't like all the moaning.
Bruh?
All right. Yeah, I can agree with that. Now I guess Alaska would be the next one.
Oh my god. Throw another American
Yes.
into S.
Yes, it's S.
All right, you guys have to tell me why it's us.
So, okay. Just got buffed too. Great DPM for 305s. Superb heals. Great AP.
Improved
Access to Beepley
sonar.
if you want it. Yeah, the sonar just got buffed.
Radar.
It has everything you
60,000
want.
hit points in a
Yeah.
cruiser.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot for a cruiser.
It's wrapped in 32, so it has battleship armor. Super heavy AP. It's American.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah. We're ranking legendary tier.
The only downside would be the AA,
DP.
which is actually pretty bad for a heavy cruiser, or for a super cruiser. But other than that, I mean, it's just great for even solo standard. Solo standard does it phenomenally. Just a great boat. And now that they, for some reason, buffed it, it's just even better.
They buffed it again too, because I thought they had one earlier this year.
Yeah. Because that thing wasn't strong enough.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm comparing it to the other cruisers in the line, and I'm just like, or in the tier, I should say, and I feel like there's cruisers that would be better than that. At S tier.
So I'd say top A then. Top A.
Yeah, it's
The
kind of where I
very
was
top
going.
A.
Because it's
Like I said, yeah.
I mean, I just feel like it's only
spread 'em out.
good at one thing, and that's just it's the AP, but it doesn't really have. Yeah, it has a heal, but it doesn't have anything else. Like, what's the other role that it? Whereas, like, if you look at the other ones, you got Wooster that's a spammer, DD Hunter. Same thing with Des Moines. Whereas Alaska, I mean, it's not going to like go out of its way to find a DD. A lot of times it's more defensive radar, where like you're gonna pop it for other people. You're not necessarily gonna pop it for yourself and try to get them. Whereas the Des Moines and the Worcester can definitely do that. they can go out of their way and hunt a DD down. I just don't think an Alaska would be able to do that. Not saying that it's meant to do that, but it's like, what else is it? What else can it do besides play like a mini battleship in the back? Because it can't
This is
push.
great.
That's fine. You put it in there.
Top A, very top A.
There's no. I don't think there's a German one.
Not yet.
Let's see, Japanese. Oh.
Japanese is Yoshino.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yoshino.
Yeah. Trying to find a picture here. Oh, there she is.
The B tier.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, no utility. For a large cruiser, doesn't have much armor.
Yeah.
Anti-air
Yoshino's straight D tier. Put that shit in D tier. Really? You can't put it in D tier with the
She's
torpedoes.
I wouldn't say that.
she's got 20 kilometer torts. Amazing AP, amazing HE.
Yeah.
62,000 health. She's just a back of the line HE spammer though, in my opinion. She's
Yeah.
I mean, it's an Azuma. It's a Zumat legendary.
Yep. Agreed.
She doesn't do anything bad, but she doesn't do anything exceptional.
It has even worse armor, and you give up that armor for torpedoes that will give you Deathstroke. Yeah, but like I said, that's why we say back of the map, because she'd be a late pusher for sure, but she got like incredibly good zoning torpedoes. Doesn't she have 10 on each side, or was it 5?
Looking at all of them.
10
Okay.
torps?
She has 4x4s.
Oh,
She
oh, okay,
Okay, so
okay,
it's 8.
okay. Hey Mac, what's up, man? All right.
It is very, very squishy for a huge cruiser.
Yeah. Best I will
That's
concede is
tough.
C tier.
I'd even go as far as putting into high C.
Yeah, that's what chat says.
I'd agree with chat, high C.
Okay.
But definitely not D. Definitely not D. And just the way you get it too. It's crate locked.
Yeah.
Most, if not actually all the ships that we've talked about so far are free. So,
Did we
there's
want
that huge gateway.
or are we gonna include? Did we include Ohio?
No, I don't think we did.
We did. Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Nope.
What's after
So
Yoshino?
that'd be S tier as well. So we can go to the French and do Colbert and Henry, or we can just jump straight to the one that's going to be really controversial in Minotaur.
Let's go to Henry.
Let's run. No.
Oh.
Go Minnow.
Minnow, okay.
Go Minnow.
So great AP.
Really good AP.
Solid anti-air. Super heals. Great torps. Great concealment. I think that is enough to say that this thing's D. D.
No, it ain't no fucking D tier, and it's not a D tier.
No. I'd put this in B.
Really? What was that?
I think with Minnow is a ship that
just stop
you
right
can
there.
Say,
Minnow is a
you
ship.
can say it. Shut the fuck up. You can say it about any one of these ships. Technically, what I'm about to say, but this really does fall in the lines of the player that's playing it, because it can either carry an entire game, or it can be dead within the first 30 seconds of the match.
Yeah.
Because the thing, it has access to smoke and radar, which is, I mean, they're damn. Let me just look at the radar here. The radar is the longest radar duration currently. I don't know. I don't have Brisbane, so I can't compare it to that. But it's at 40 seconds at 9.9 kilometers.
That's the best radar in the game, period.
Or you could have smoke. DPM wise, it's unbelievable with the AP. you can't heal that shit back like you can with the fires. I mean, it really does come down to player with this thing. So I would put it at B tier as well. Because I'd put it at B.
Okay. It does have a lot of utility, so.
It does. But it can get popped so easy. Like I said, just if a ship has to come down to player, I would put it in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, just we're in a large cruiser meta, so with Alaskan Stalingrad getting buffed, so you get
Mhm.
overmatched by a ton.
Yeah.
But you keep minnow like you can with Lucerne, and that never be spotted.
Yeah, high B is fair. High B is fair.
Yeah. What's
Colbert?
next? Oh Lord, Colbert.
Colbert.
I would put.
Oh God.
I put Colbert to C.
What? No, you're no. Oh.
Come on, isn't
I
it on
would
the
go-
cover?
Colbert player,
Isn't it on the
though.
cover of Arena Battles?
A good Colbert player is fucking insane, though.
But you can
thing
say
like
the same
flies like
thing about
crazy.
Minnow. But you
I
can say
think
the
I know,
same
but
thing
I
about
think
no,
if we
no,
just
no,
look
no,
at
but
if we just look at the
Colbert
ship
doesn't blow up
itself,
as fast.
look at the ship itself and what's available to you when you play that ship. I feel like that's a better comparison.
So Minnow, let's be honest here. Like, let's say if it's map reliant, Colbert's gonna win that 100%. Even if it's not map reliant, you get a map like I don't know, Shatter or Shards, or you have good island cover. I feel like you just do better with Colbert.
So I have something to add to that. So the chat says Colbert is technically worse. It's technically a worse Atlanta because it has no utility, no radar, no armor. All it does is shoot a lot.
Right. So let's take that into account with the Minnow fight then, right? So
But
let's
you
say
can
you
bet
run
I
a smoke
to
Minnow.
finish.
You need someone else to spot for you then. Right?
Mhm.
So and then let's say you take that smoke off, right? So and you run a utility, which is the radar. Now you're susceptible to blowing up crazy fast, and you are relying on islands to live.
Are you talking about a one-on-one Colbert versus Minnow fight?
No, just like in performance, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like let's say they're in an island heavy map, or they're on the Atlantic, right? If you want utility with Minnow, you have to run the radar, and that just exposes your ship to just everything at Legendary. But like I don't know, it's just Colbert just does better things. Like you can open water with Colbert and you're fine because the armor is actually decent and the heals are solid because you gotta remember they got buffed.
Mm-hmm.
So a kiting Colbert was just so much better than a radar Minnow if we're talking the utility fight. And the smoke Minnow needs someone on the outside to spot for it. So there's that.
So
I'd say
I would say high. I would say B. I couldn't put it at A. I can't put it
I
at
will
A.
say about the
After
Colbert
what I've done to Colbert's, I can't put it at A. I mean,
I think what I like about the Colbert the most is like you can literally turn in a circle and continue shooting. Like your guns have such fucking good angles that everywhere you turn, like you're gonna have like 6 to 8 guns able to shoot, which is nice. I'm not saying I'm gonna go in the middle of the map and fucking do a circle, but I'm just saying like the ability to be able to do that and like kite and shoot at any angle that you need to without worry of, oh, now I gotta wait for my turrets to turn. I feel like that's pretty nice. Whereas a Minotaur on the other hand, like I mean, one, you can't really kite. You're gonna get slapped regardless. But your guns do turn fast, so I guess in terms of like the being able to fire, you can fire within 2 seconds at any angle. But yeah, it's like I think if I was gonna take a ship out to solo, I'd definitely do the Colbert. But Minotaur is, I don't know. I just feel like they're two very different ships,
player
though.
dependent ships.
Yeah,
These are player dependent ships.
Yeah, for sure. I just feel like what's available to you, the Minotaur has more available to you than the Colbert.
Like I said, I would say B tier because there's nothing that it does for me that makes it A tier.
I'm fine with B tier so long it is a very high B tier. The fire DPM is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Literally the best in the game. Good armor too.
Henry?
Henry.
I don't know anything about it. All I know is that it's French.
Great alpha on the Ichi shells. They fly very fast. Reload booster. Henry. Here, let me go to my Henry.
Does that one have the high velocity rounds? Or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bravo Foxtrot, what's up, dude? Last time I saw you, I caught an Oosterthorpe. Yeah, GG's, man. I actually saved that game because it was a very hard fought battle between the two of us.
Oh, Henry. So let's get the obvious out of the way. No utility.
Bravo, we're just doing a legendary tier
Right? No utility.
ranking.
This thing is a lighthouse, so it's spotted from space. But when this thing is played right, it is a nightmare for battleships and cruisers. Because the HE shells hit for around 1,000 apiece at the start of the match. A little more than that, even. Reload boost is great. I got my Henry down to 10-second reload.
Jesus.
So 1,000 apiece every 10 seconds. Like, that's just insane. With great ballistics and great range. And the thing's a fire spammer, too. 25% fire chance on mine. With a nearly maxed out commander. This thing can get the purple mod so quickly to max. So you're not even on a 10-second reload for like half the match. Like once you hit the halfway point, you're already at a 9-second reload. Great DPM. It's amazing. Personally, it's just
Good fight.
30
Tried using
millimeters
FB.
side too, so you balance
Facebook.
Conk, Monty.
Good fight. Try to use
This is
fleet
hard.
battles. I don't know why I
This is a
said
hard one 'cause you don't have
Facebook.
utility.
Fleet battles to train / test to recruit. Lost a few that day.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest.
my bad.
Just because everyone's like really
I'm a
stupid.
fucking
Legend
boomer,
would
dog.
Put this in high B, maybe even mid B.
You put Henry at B tier, alongside Colbert and Minotaur. Okay. Let's do a recap here of what we have at B tier because we got a lot. We got gearing. We got Yamato, Montana, Schlieffen, Minotaur. I think we put the Holland here. Yep. Colbert and now Henry. That fair?
Yeah. Again, those are like, that's like the average for legendary tier.
Yeah.
That is a good spot.
Yeah. For sure.
B is gonna probably be the most populated tier.
Mm-hmm. And that's a good thing, right? I mean, in terms of balancing, I feel like that's what we have here in the game is actually pretty decent.
The vast majority of legendaries are great. And can be insane if played right.
All right. What else we got?
Napoli and Stalin.
Napoli and Stalin, literally right next to each other.
Oh my god.
We gotta start with Napoli because I know how much Demo loves that.
I love the Napoli. I really do. I have both versions. This is undoubtedly a fun ship. Fun ship. You're not gonna bring this to any ranked anytime soon. I feel like
how fast is she?
HE's pretty bad. HE's pretty bad. It's pretty fast. I think it's going 30. I'll check. Going 36 knots, so that's very fast.
Get speed boost or no? Or yeah.
9.4 kilometer detectability.
Ouch.
13.5
good.
kilometer torps.
Are they slow Italian torps?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just launch them at the start of the match, and then at the end of the match it'll hit something.
The only thing that Napoli can really use here to get on this tier list is the fact that it doesn't die. The DPM is crap. The torps are essentially crap. It has sap secondaries, but there's no range on it. No improved dispersion on it. It just doesn't die.
It doesn't have sap shells like for main guns, or no?
No. The HE's pretty bad.
That
AP
sucks.
doesn't have a lot of alpha on it either.
It has sap secondaries though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's the range base? 5.2 base, and there's
Kinda
no real
Yeah.
commander for it either. For standard, high C.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
High C. What's the other thing in C?
Oh, the Yoshino.
Above Yoshino.
Well, Yoshino's low C, and then. Because chat wanted it at D tier. We put it at C tier based off of what we know of the ship and what's it's basically only good at. Where Napoli kites, but it kites well in terms of movement, but the DPM doesn't support it. That's kind of like what I was getting at from, or what I was getting from what you were saying.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would love to put in B, but I don't want to overpopulate that tier.
So you're saying Henry is better, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at C tier then. Stalingrad.
All right, let's all say it when we count down from 3. 3, 2, 1. S
S
tier.
tier.
S tier.
I say S tier just now that it has the HE, because before, even without the HE, it was still really, really good. But I mean, you have, let's see, Russian radar, Russian armor, Russian guns. Need I say more?
So the only reason I said A and not S is because it has 2 heals, right? Unless you're running fully packed, which then will give you the third.
Wouldn't you be running fully packed on this thing just
And
because
then, yeah.
you get more radar and
I actually run refill on my Alaska, which is what I'm going to be comparing this thing to.
okay.
I don't think it has as much DPM as Alaska, but the ballistics are much, much better.
You also have to remember that her HE has, what is it? What's the HE pin on this Stalingrad now?
No clue, but I know it is insane.
Yeah.
She nasty dog. She's hard to fucking kill, man.
She is great. She is great. I won't deny that.
Actually, she's literally the reason why I don't put Alaska S tier. Because Stalingrad is better. If you were to compare apples to apples, and what they're good for.
There is definitely an argument to be made.
Yeah.
Stalingrad does more damage, but Alaska just lives better.
I don't know, man. I feel like if you're both bow in, Alaska knocks out guns, like
Alaska wins that.
yeah, Alaska just or you think Alaska beats the Stalingrad bow on?
1v1? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'd have to.
Absolutely, 100%. Better heals, right? And it has a little like raised bow. So Stalingrad isn't gonna be able to knock the guns as good as Alaska is. It just wins that. It just wins that. Better reload too. And if they got in close, Alaska just detonates. But I can definitely see the argument for S tier. Actually, yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's throw it in S.
Here's the real question: Petro or Stalingrad? Stalingrad. Petro, I do like Petro for the 360
Petro's good.
guns. I love that.
Petro's good.
It's like
100%.
one of my favorite things about it. But I don't think it's a fair comparison.
Petro is good though.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't have a lot of HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, low S. Low S for Stalingrad.
What else we got? Stalingrad. I think that's it for cruisers, isn't it? Got all the battleships.
That's on the fucking.
Oh, I
those
guess
little
Brisbane
carriers.
is on there too, isn't it?
I probably wouldn't put Brisbane on that list. Just
Yeah, I guess it is
none of
brand
us have
new.
it.
I got it. What were you saying, White Wolf?
I was saying, let's go get his little carriers now. His little
No,
carry
that's a
you in
whole
good
different
one.
list, though.
A carrier tier list. I'm fine with it.
I would. I mean, I will have no opinion on him. The only one that's an opinion is Demo.
It would just be
Like,
my.
yeah.
Let's throw it.
They'll be like, yes,
too.
Demo. Yes, Demo. I agree, Demo, the entire time. Like,
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yo, didn't
I
realize we
didn't
were
know that.
potty. Miv, we did the legendary tier this time. I think last time we did tier 7s. Now we skipped over to legendary. Actually, no, we did 7 and 8. That's what we did. That's right. Right? Yeah, we did 7 and 8. So now we're doing legendary. It's a good list. I mean, I think there's only 2 ships that we we're debating on, really. All the other ones are pretty not straightforward per se, but it was easy to convince. So far we S tier we have Daring, Colombo, Worcester, Des Moines, and Stalingrad. A tier we have Shima, Kaba, Conqueror, Alaska, and Burgoyne. And Kleber. B tier we have Gearing. I'm sorry. No, yeah, that's right. Gearing, because we put the Kaba at A, so we had to drop the Gearing down to B. Then we have we didn't do Ohio. Derp.
S.
Yep, that's easy.
S, no question.
Yep.
Not even close. Don't let Sip hear that.
Where did you put Conqueror? We put it A. But we have Montana at B tier. So let's start over. Gearing, Montana, Yamato, Schlieffen, Holland, Minotaur, Colbert, yeah, and Henry. And then C tier we have Yoshino and Napoli. D tier we have the great and powerful GK. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 18, 20, 23. And Brisbane would be 24.
Go ahead and throw Hakuryu into A and Midway into B.
I don't have those pictures, but we'll. Yeah.
That's crazy. It's just in my mind then. In my brainism.
Hakuryu in the A, and who would Midway at the S, you said? Or B?
No. B.
Oh, B. Okay. GK can push and hold. Can I ask Can I suggest a new category for GK, like Q or something? Hey, it's fucked up, man. Hold up. Ohio has no utility either. What is with you in utility, man?
What? It
Yeah,
does.
it has big guns and is accurate, but that's it. GK can push and hold a point. Yamato overmatches
Oh
everything.
my god.
No
It
way.
says it's that same York
Oh
tone,
my
man.
god.
GK pushes in, dies because it's huge. Only has 2 heals. The sonar only lasts a minute. Yamato stays in the back with 2 heals. Ohio can do all of that with artillery plotting room 3. 40-second reload heals, the best anti-air for a battleship in the game, insane secondaries, and great rudder, all in a Monty hole.
And fast reloading heals. Did you say that?
Yeah, I already said that. 40-second reload
Yeah.
heals. With plotting room 30mm overmatch.
We're talking about
Which
battleships,
counters
for
Zhao.
fuck's sake.
Well, I mean, battleship's utility is the damage it does, right? So let's take the utility argument into account and say it doesn't have any. Well, it does. It does, right? The 4.57's overmatch 30mm with counters Henry and Zhao. It also counters Des Moines' deck, so you can hit that thing from range and still overmatch. And then it can hold a point with the Kerfist argument because it has 40-second heals and great secondaries and a decent rudder. And it has a
More
ton of
accurate
HP.
secondaries.
The HP bar is a mile long. 96,000 HP for that thing is insane.
So, 2 questions. One, what is the downside of Ohio? And I probably would say maneuverability, but I mean it's a fucking battleship, so.
Even
Is
then,
getting caught broadside because it's a Montana hull. It gets popped citadeled real easily if you give it
yeah,
any kind
even
of
then, it's
broad.
got a better rudder than Monty.
Oh my god. He wants to
But that's really
1v1
it.
GK versus Ohio.
That's not even a fair fight. No, it's not even a fair fight.
I have it, but I don't have
Ohio
an
wins
upgrade,
that.
so I can't do it.
Ohio wins that.
I gotta put you guys in your place, dude. How many times? How many times do we gotta tell you, old man?
I've got to
I
max out
beat your
Ohio.
GK with my Androdoria, bro.
But yeah, that's why it goes into S tier. It's a whole different argument too if it goes into a CV match.
Second
That's like
question.
SS plus tier.
Not GK. God damn it. That's stuck in my head now. Colombo versus Ohio.
That's a close.
Because they're the 2 battleships that are in S tier right now. I agree, it's a tough one.
I'd say Colombo takes that.
Yeah.
If it's at long range, Colombo wins, but getting in close to an Ohio is very dangerous. Even then, Colombo has sap secondary, the 40-second heals.
If Colombo's charging you, right, you spot it and everything, and you're a bow in Ohio, where should you aim your guns on a Colombo?
The guns.
If they're,
Yeah, the
they're
guns
both bow
break.
in. The guns. I thought you said depends. My bad.
The guns, for sure.
Okay. So obviously, when you get spotted in Colombo, you're gonna pop smoke. So just aim at the smoke somewhere, and maybe you'll hit it.
See, and that's another thing about Colombo that
Yeah.
I never even said is let me
Smoke fire
pull it up
penalty.
here. The smoke fire penalty
Yep.
is
Incredible.
let me see.
Isn't it like Lepanto but better? Like in terms of the smoke fire?
It's find it under concealment 10.9. So like let's say you're at
Really?
I've tested this before. Let's say you're at 11 kilometers. I can shoot my guns, smoke, and be unspotted.
Mm. Does it have a plane?
No.
Okay. That's interesting.
You could put you could put a plane on there. I was wrong. You could put a fighter, spotter, or
Oh, I'd definitely
the
do
secondary
spotter.
targeting.
Yeah.
Is
Or
that
wait,
it?
would you do spotter play, or would you do the secondary one?
Secondaries.
Yeah, that's what I just thought of that.
Already accurate enough.
Right.
Is
Don't
that it,
think you can
Rambo?
pen Columbo guns.
With Ohio, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yorktown, I think you need a, I don't know, read a book or something.
Is that it, Rambo?
For
Need any
for the
more
tiers, I think,
books?
yeah. That's it, man. Now we're on to the fleet battle topic. Which I gotta bring up these here. I don't have all the maps, but I have most of them. This is not one of them. There you go. Set up a room so I can... What just happened? Set up a room so I can give these Ohio ass kissers a reality check. Did you rank Montana? Yeah. Put her in B. Alright. Enough of that shit. Let's talk fleet battles here. So, last time I did a podcast, I talked to Miv and Callum about different strategies in fleet battles. It's a 5v5. Okay, guys, so I can't remember if the maps are a little smaller or not. I didn't think that they were, but what ship lineups did you guys feel were way more intuitive for somebody to win, like actually like try to win a match versus not?
What did we have as a lineup?
Not us. I'm just saying in general. What did you guys see in fleet battles that worked and things that didn't work in terms of lineups?
Only rolling cruisers.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're running
that-
5 Paulo Emilios.
That's
Really?
crazy.
No fucking
Yeah.
Gotta have a
way.
mix.
PT did it.
No way, dude.
There's a screenshot in their Discord. They lost it too.
Oh yeah. Good Lord. I would say.
Oh, going
What?
back to the tier list
Mm-hmm.
and going back to the last one that you did with the 7 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Duncan's S tier 1000%.
Yeah, we left it at S tier.
We did? Okay, just making sure. I have Duncan now. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Told you so.
Yeah, my only worry about that thing was the armor, but I wasn't sure how it would hold up. But I mean, based on not only Wolf's screenshots, but playing alongside him as he's playing Duncan, I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. I just don't know if would that. Do you think that ship would be good in solo? I just feel like
For
it's
solo?
better. Yeah, I feel like it's better if
Yeah,
you
I mean,
have
you've
like.
got the good heals if you ever get in trouble.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go back to fleet battles.
So let's talk worst lineups. So obviously you said all cruisers and Paulo Emilios.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Um,
I think the worst one I saw was 1DD and 4 cruisers, but only one of the cruisers had radar.
Yeah, just not running radar is just huge detriment to your team in clan battles.
Mhm.
Just having intel is just so valuable there.
Right.
Majority DD lineups usually did pretty bad against us. I wish they didn't limit the battleship to 1 though. Maybe 2, but like only having 1 is just awkward.
I will tell you this though, like as the person who played Battleship, Lion was held at the top for me personally for the majority of all of the fleet battles. But the late pick that I found that was king of fleet battles in a 1BB lineup is the Hawk, because of it has the speed to get it wherever you need it, has decent heals, It's got the 406s, and there's short fuse AP that, because it's going to be primarily cruisers you're shooting at, and it decimates cruisers. With the new the Battleship Commander on Hawk, it was unbelievable. It really caught me off guard. I pretty much grinded all of Hawk in fleet battles because of how good it was doing.
Yeah, and you got the Torp too. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's not much of the lineup, I guess. Let's just run as many radars as you can.
Yeah, without sacrificing like battleship play or DD play, because you still need those two for sure. But I will say that two of the toughest matches that we had as a group was going against Atlanticos. Those things are fucking tanky as shit, and their secondaries are amazing. We don't talk enough about that tier 7 monster, but I like if you play that ship right, especially in fleet battles, man. If you support it and it pushes, if you guys are an aggressive clan and all that, like it drove us to like the brink of loss because it was my first loss was against a team that had that, and it was just brutal. It was brutal. We just could not figure out a way to get that match under like control because they were aggressive from the beginning. And with how fast they were moving and the angles that they took, that battleship wasn't even spotted until it was like mid map. And I can't really rave enough about how tanky that ship is. And the secondaries, you have fucking basically 2 cruisers attached to each side. 238s, biggest secondaries in the game, if I remember correctly. They set fires like no other. They smacked the shit out of DDs and other cruisers too. But if you play your cards right and you got the right lineup, a lot of times you're just unbeatable. But there are some maps that no matter what your lineup is, it always provides this challenge. I think what's the map that I had the hardest part? I think Shatter, to be honest. Where's Shatter at? In here somewhere. There she is. Shatter was actually the map that I took my first L on in fleet battles. The Atlantico had pushed right down the center here. So not spotted, not spotted, not spotted, and spotted right when it was in the middle. By that time, they already had horizontal control of the map. They ran it was a Fletcher. They ran 3 P bags in Atlantico. So they had radar coverage on the left side.
That Atlantico basically counts as like 3 ships, right? With the secondaries.
Yep.
The 381s and the secondaries. Secondary is just brutal.
Yeah.
Basically bringing in another player.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I do agree with the Hawk and the Lion are very, very good. But I will say Atlantico is definitely underrated for sure. In the talk of like tier 7 battleships, because it was kind of like, I mean, wasn't it only available for a little bit and then
I think it's still available now.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's you don't see a whole lot of those in standard. I think mainly because people are not, they're kind of like put off by the main guns, because it's almost like they got hood guns and the dispersion is not very good. But you rely more on your tankiness and your secondaries. But that's one of those things that you got to play almost like a German battleship in that, well, obviously you don't have torpedoes, but in that like mid to late game, you're going to be at your most deadly.
I think it's more so that you have to buy the damn thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's that paywall.
Yeah.
That's probably what's driving people away, but it is a great pick.
So what were some of the best lineups that either you guys went against or found that worked really good for you guys?
So I think the best lineup period was 1 destroyer, 3 cruisers in the battleship, or just 1 destroyer and just all cruisers. The radar and Beepley. Beepley was the big thing that we struggled against because the way we were setting up the fleets, it was almost like you have to mix in being a sweat and then playing it like standard because a lot of these clans weren't good, right? So you needed something that could end the game quick and not draw it out fast. So or not draw it out for a long time. So
Mm-hmm.
we had built for the majority of the time it was like Migration Fantasque with a Riga. But like as we fought these like more advanced clans and better clans, they had just had DPM on us, so the strategy we used against the bots didn't work against them at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm again that just comes down to Beepley being as strong as she is.
Yeah, on our end we ran my Ooster with a gunboat and then 3 cruisers and a battleship. I'm sorry, 2 cruisers and a battleship. I did that math wrong. So we had radar coverage on either side with battleship in the middle and 1 DD on one side, 1 DD on the other side. We didn't spread too far on the map. We wanted to make sure that we had map coverage, but also coverage to help each other out because if the minute you get isolated, that's isolation is it's your best friend if you're isolating someone. If you're isolated, it's your worst enemy. And I a few times would with the Ooster overextend, launch torpedoes, and then on my way out, they'd see the torpedoes radar, and then I get blapped for like 5 or 6K, and then like, oh, there goes my health because you only get 18K with the Ooster. So now I'm down to like 12 to 10. So now I'm basically a fucking Yudachi. And a lot of times what we found that worked really well is getting those aggressive spots early on, getting out of the way of the radars, either baiting radars, like I've seen you do plenty of times. And they'll be I'll be right at the edge of the radar, they'll radar me and then I'd be out of there. And then that's wasted. So then I'll let my teammates know, hey, there's radar. So stay away from that area for a while. And a lot of times with the Russian ships that we're going against, they only had like 20-second radars, whatever, so it'd be really quick. The problem with the team with the Atlantico was that they would time their radars just one after the motherfucking other, and then they would just like take us out one at a time. And we couldn't get spots on them or whatever because they were behind the island with radar, and then somebody else would shoot, and then they'd switch. Then they'd have somebody out in the open. The other person would come out and radar, be behind the island. Like, oh, who the fuck is radaring this time? So it's kind of hard to fight that other than just making them waste it. But a lot of times these guys are playing either most of them are gonna be running fully packed, but I've seen a few of them that I could tell that they were running the reload refill station. But what worked for us is just like I said, our aggressive spots in the beginning so that we can position our battleship and then position our cruisers. And just have map control most of the game. And most of the games only last like 5 minutes anyway, because a lot of times our battleship would just, oh, there's somebody spotted, so then he gets a death strike or something, which helps out a lot, obviously. But I don't know what it was, but a lot of these random clans just loved to go broadside in cruisers, so it helped us a ton. Just to get. And the other thing too is like people need to know when to be aggressive because there's something to say about like if you're aggressive in the beginning, it's gonna cost you, and if you're willing to pay that cost, like as long as it's part of as long as you know that you're gonna be taking that loss, and it's a part of your strategy, and you make it work, great. But a lot of times people underestimate like other teams, so they'll just go aggressive, every single game, and they'll lose like 60 to 70% of their matches because they think that the other team's just gonna like run away. It's like, but that's not how. I mean, in fleet battles, I never saw anybody run away unless it's like they're like the last 2 people or something like that trying to stay alive. But most of the time, if they're being aggressive, like they're just gonna go down with their ship all the time, and it's just like a lot of times it's not the best strategy to go with. You want to kind of like test the waters, contest the cap, see how they react, and then formulate a plan based off of that, based on how they react. But yeah, I do agree having the destroyer, 3 cruisers, and a battleship. Like I said, we ran 2-2-1, and that helped us out a lot.
Yeah, that for us it was just the stealth raider from Beepley. At this tier, the cruisers are really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw two strategies that really gave us a problem. Was the American Beepley strat, right? And then it was the Azure Lane Chappie spam, which granted that's gonna win, guaranteed. But I mean it's just so hard to counter AL Chappie. And I've been stressing this out like for a while now. We have to get everyone to get Beepley to 16-4 because we cannot stress enough how powerful that stealth raider is. It is uncounterable. And then whenever they so please, they can just go dark. It is insane. But like Wolf said, I actually really did like our battleship in a hawk. It's great. Because you don't have to worry about the armor being ass. There's only one other person in the lobby that can hurt you with that. Other than like the spammers hitting that part, but
Right.
yeah. Hawk was definitely a sleeper pick. And it's a good thing we noticed it last second to get
Right.
it into some battles.
So I asked
But
this
yeah.
question last time to Miv and Callum. What would be a pro? We'll talk pro and con here. Kind of shift gears from strategy talk. So we'll talk about the cons first of fleet battles in terms like that game mode. What did you guys find would be like some commonalities with all these matchmakings of like what's a con that you can come up with?
I don't really know. I'll let Wolf speak first because I'm just drawing blanks here.
Cons. Uh, I think the lack of the leaderboard hurts. The rewards hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I say for me the 5v5's kind of a bummer, but I know that like ranked is kind of like that. But I don't think before this we had really any experience in 5v5s. Not at least not a whole lot. Maybe in some training room scrims or whatever, but I don't think there was another game mode besides ranked. But even then, I remember ranked being like 6, but um, so that kind of was a bummer. I'd almost rather have it 9v9s, but obviously they're gonna just test the waters and see how it goes. But yeah.
Smells like spoiled milk, baby. Oh my god. Yo!
Anyway.
Anyway, okay.
Cons though.
Mm-hmm.
I think the dates, just having it being open for 3 days,
Yeah.
that was also just why.
Yeah. Like I
Oh,
said,
the
I
release of it too. It was the day before, not the.
yeah. I always feel like with fleet battles, I think that the reason why they limited so many different things, not only the rewards, the days, and the number of people that are on your team or whatever. I think it's just more like they're just testing the water, see how it goes. And I think hopefully on their end they see the turnout and be like, oh shit, like we should invest more into that, because that for me was very fun. But it should be more rewarding also. leaderboard fucking tournament or something. They can do that through that. I don't know. I don't know if you guys ever played Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty, but the reason I allude to that is because there was an app that went along with that game, and if you were in a clan doing clan battles or whatever, they would have a in the app they would have a map, and each map was divided into different zones. Each zone corresponded with a certain game mode. So if your clan had the most wins in that game mode, you would win that territory by the end of the turn. And so whoever had the most territories would win that match. I feel like something like that would be kind of cool to incorporate into this game on a global scale. But like, if you're in a 6-week match against another clan, it wouldn't necessarily be game modes, because you can't really choose a game mode in this game, or like normally in standard you just get put into one. But they could have tiers. They could have between, I don't know, fucking 5 in legendary or whatever, and each tier will have its own region in the world, and then like we could, for example, let's say Europe was tier 5, and then Russia was tier 7 or whatever the fuck, just something like that. That'd be kind of cool to have in the game too, but I just feel like that's more of a different avenue of competition.
Yeah, they just need to get more inspiration from other games, more successful games too.
Right.
Like personally, I liked how Rainbow did its system. Fuck, they had it into seasons, right? And it wasn't just like a week sprint or whatever. It was like for the whole update, you reach this rank. I like that better. I don't like the sprints. I hate that. Just standard sucks, man. If we had ranked competitions like other games had it'd just be so much better.
Oh no. It's like, imagine a battle royale game mode in this game.
Called Arena.
Like PUBG. Yeah, I mean, Demo's like, what about Arena? I just think you could still get way more creative than Arena. I think Arena and Brawl should just be one thing. I mean, it's basically what it is. Arena is ass. I liked it. I like the Arena without power-ups. But power-ups kind of, I think it cut down on the game time. So like your average matches are a lot lower with power-ups. That might have been the reason why they did that. I'm not sure. I don't know if players actually fucking asked for it or if it's on PC, but I think it's stupid.
With the power-ups?
Yeah.
That's a whole different game mode. Arms race.
Well, isn't Arena now? Doesn't Arena have the power-ups and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I once they included that, I just was not. I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of it anymore. I kind of like lost. I was like, oh. I just feel like if whoever gets to that power up first or whatever is now like, okay, well, now you want to build into speed to get to those power ups, and there's just a little bit more added to it instead of like actual skill. But I guess I will say it's a different skill set though, because it's now you gotta like really strategize, where the power ups are gonna be at, because they obviously randomly spawn, but most of the spawns are pretty like predictable since they kind of tell you the first one in the beginning of the game. So everyone does get one. But then you're kind of like it's forcing you to move a certain way to get to them, and sometimes you get put in a very precarious angling situation. Like, oh well, yeah. So a lot of times you just have your DDs fucking grab them all or something. That's probably my biggest turnoff about that. But I liked when they had the tier 5 back in the day. Where it was just like you against 3 other teams, no power-ups. Go ahead and, figure it out. But everyone has their own little opinion on that.
I think a game mode that almost perfected this was Rust and Rumble.
Yeah, I agree with
Rust and
that.
Rumble was amazing.
That was like the first arena, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like, in a way, it was kind of like Brawl. Everyone was fucking
Yeah,
fast as shit.
everyone was spotted.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun. It was genuinely a fun mode from wargaming, which you don't see much often.
Yeah. How come they never brought it back?
The Transylvania. You gotta remember that.
I guess. I think I like Rust and Rumble more.
Same here. Same here. More competitive.
Yeah. I don't want to go against AI. But I will say that I did enjoy watching you guys play this season of Transylvania.
Yeah,
'Cause
suffer.
Dude,
Jesus
well
Christ.
but it's like I was like, holy shit, there's a lot more to it than just shooting bots. Like they upped their game from last year for sure. Because last year, I mean, it wasn't nearly as hard as it was this year.
No.
This year was just like literally it's called Nightmare, wasn't it? Like the last one. Like or the difficulty or whatever.
That was a nightmare, yeah.
Yeah. Like holy I was watching, I was like, dude, fuck that. I will say it turned me off big time. I was like, I didn't think it was gonna be that hard. I'm like, fuck that. I'm good. I remember one time I was watching demo and he had like fucking 50 torpedo hits, right? And their fucking DD came out and he had a perfect set of torpedoes. Their DD fucking stopped, dead stop. I'm like, what? It stopped and turned and
Yeah, it was
avoided.
BS.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? Those are perfect. I didn't, and that was actually the first time I noticed that their ships stop on a dime, basically. I didn't notice that at first. That shit was fucking hilarious. All right. You guys done talking fleet battles and game modes and shit like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we're on to the competitive part. Breakfast bingo. So I'm going to like that. So the word is bingo, and each letter is going to correspond to the first letter of the word, and you got to say the word. So I'm going to give you guys the hint, and the first person to say the word gets that letter, gets that point. So it's going to be best of 5, because it's, well, 5 letters, obviously. So I'll give you guys a practice one, okay? So you guys know how you're doing it. So the first letter is B, right? So I'm gonna say the following thing and you guys gotta tell me what word it is, okay? A word that, or the name of the object you throw in a hoop.
Ball. Basketball.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So this is, again, the word is bingo, so B-I-N-G-O. All right. Demo, are you ready? White Wolf, are you
Yep.
ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Referring to the front of a ship.
Bow.
Bow.
Demo got it. All right. Demo. What can I type? Okay. All right, next letter is I. When a high explosive shell sets a fire.
Incinerated?
Incendiary.
No.
Ignite.
There you go. Nice. Demo. And okay. Next letter is N, as in Nancy. Word used to describe maritime navigation or distances.
Nautical.
Nautical.
Demo got it. All right, game point. U.S. Tier 7 premium battleship.
Missouri. Wait, no.
Georgia.
What are we on? Are we on G? God damn it.
Yeah, we're on G.
God damn it, yeah. G, Georgia.
Missouri.
I know, but I'm playing a fucking game at the moment. Fuck off.
So Demo got that one.
There's literally Missouri in front of me. I got fucking scared. Fuck off. I know I did.
Oh my god. Alright, so the last one. Earn this for your Legends fleet.
Oil.
Yep. Wolf got that one.
Missouri.
I know. I was Missouri shooting me. I was in Boise. Fuck.
Look at Miv called you a bimbo.
Oh my god.
Fucking noob. He's a.
Holy fuck, Missouri.
Oh fuck. That was funny as hell.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm here to.
Jesus Christ. Well, that does it for today's podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Fucking Missouri.
Apparently, we're gonna end it on a illiterate note.
Jizori. Come on, duh. Demo Jizori.
Any last things you guys want to tell the stream before I close it out?
These.
Nuts. These Missouris. Let's go.
All right, chat. Much love to you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. So Maeve is trolling you even more. He said Mos or Kerr first.
That's fine. That's fine. Like I said, I'm over here playing the fucking game, and I'm over fighting a fucking Missouri.
Oh,
Forgot what game we were playing for a second.
I
You
had
guys-
no clue what to say. I was just so dumbfounded.
You're welcome.
Yeah. In the background, I hear Demo go,
off.
Georgia. It's fucking die. I was like,
I
yes.
am here to create content. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you guys so much for stopping in today at the podcast.